Fog is made up of millions of tiny water droplets, so small they float in the air. These droplets are so light they hang suspended, creating the misty blanket we call fog. You can almost imagine yourself swimming through it, can't you? But don't be fooled by its dreamy appearance. Fog can be quite dense, making it hard to see and even a bit tricky to navigate through. So how does fog form? It all starts with water vapor, which is basically water in its gas form, invisible to our eyes. Warm air loves to soak up water vapor like a sponge soaking up water. But as this warm, moist air cools down, something fascinating happens. The water vapor in the air starts to lose its energy and slows down. As it slows down, it changes back from a gas to a liquid, forming those tiny water droplets we see as fog. This process is called condensation. Think of it like when you take a hot shower and your bathroom mirror fogs up. The warm, moist air from the shower hits the cool surface of the mirror, and bam, condensation. Tiny water droplets form on the mirror, creating that foggy effect. Now there are two important players in the fog-forming game: temperature and dew point. Temperature is simply how hot or cold the air is. Dew point, on the other hand, is a bit trickier. Dew point is the temperature at which the air can no longer hold all of its water vapor. When the air temperature drops to the dew point, the extra water vapor in the air has to go somewhere. And guess where it goes? You got it. It condenses into those tiny water droplets, forming fog. The closer the air temperature is to the dew point, the more likely it is that fog will form. Just like there are different kinds of clouds, there are different types of fog too. Each type of fog forms in a slightly different way, depending on how the air is cooled and where it meets moisture. Advection fog forms when warm, moist air moves horizontally over a cooler surface like a chilly ocean current. Radiation fog forms on clear, calm nights when the ground loses heat quickly, cooling the air near the surface. Upslope fog occurs when moist air is forced uphill, cooling as it rises. And then there's steam fog, which is a pretty cool sight. It happens when cold air moves over much warmer water, like a lake or river. The water evaporates into the cold air and voila, steam fog. We even have freezing fog, which is exactly what it sounds like, fog that forms in freezing temperatures. In this case, the tiny water droplets in the fog freeze into ice crystals, creating a beautiful but potentially hazardous icy fog. So the next time you find yourself surrounded by the mystery of fog, remember the science behind it, the dance of warm and cold air, the magic of condensation, and the fascinating world of weather.